I traveled to Afghanistan and left within 3 hours.
Okay, here goes nothing. This trip was stepping out of my comfort zone. I was on my way to...
So for the record, I've seen 2 other people go to Afghanistan and they had a marvelous time. So I just want to see what happened in the 3 hours he was there.
Afghanistan, a country now ruled and run by the Taliban, statistically the most dangerous country in the world, and a place which is just advised not to go. But I wanted to see the real side of Afghanistan, not just what you hear online. The idea was to spend 5 days there, no bad agenda whatsoever, just me traveling around, meeting locals, trying the food, but it didn't go to plan.
You know what? I could tell they probably thought he was a spy, okay? That's my guess based on the 5 seconds of video I've seen. Cause he kind of looks spy-ish, you know, tall, in good shape, white. Like, he doesn't seem like, what up, Mondo? He doesn't seem like the type of that will just travel to Afghanistan just for the fuck of it, you know? But that's my prediction. Let's see.
I left the country within 24 hours of being there. Let me explain why. But just before, I want to clarify, this is not like a hate video. No one is to blame but myself for this. You know, I made the decision to enter someone else's country where they have their own rules and regulations, and everything that led up to it was ultimately my decision. I'm my own person and I take responsibility for it. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let me take you to the very start of the trip where everything started to unfold. We're in Istanbul, which is our connection to Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan. That's where we're going. After a few hours
he's been to South, hold on, wait. Did he just say Afghanistan is the most dangerous country on earth? What study said that, bro? That can't be true, bro. That simply cannot be true, man. This same was in South Sudan. They're mid-huge civil war. There's no way South Sudan is not more dangerous than Afghanistan or Ukraine. Who wrote that study, bro? What's that based on?
Waiting, we boarded the final plane, a 4-hour flight from Istanbul to Kabul. As the flight got near, I remembered this being the most nervous I'd been. Are you getting nervous?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Google said so.
What to expect when I get to the airport, you know what I mean?
Eventually, the flight pulled in. We've made it. I walked through the airport into airport security, and at this point, I'm now officially on their land, so nerves were even higher. I started to overthink everything, and as I walked up to the airport border control...
No, just see the place, look around.
Yeah. They were completely fine. There was no issues whatsoever.
I thought he was good.
Thank you, bro.
As we were getting to the final security checkpoint, a member of Taliban came over to us.
Excuse me, hello, how are you?
How you doing? You good? You good?
Nice to meet you, I'm Joe.
Nice to meet you. Where do you go, Pakistan?
We stay in Kabul for a bit,
Okay.
and then we go see those lakes.
Kabul too?
We leave on Saturday. Yeah, man.
Good to meet you guys.
Great to meet you.
Have a nice trip. Goodbye.
And he was super friendly towards us, and that continued. Like, leaving the airport, all the locals were starting conversations with us. They were asking if we needed help, offering us to use their phones, like...
You know, this is what people made me think was gonna happen to me in China, and nothing of the sort happened.
The hospitality was amazing. We've made it. Welcome to Afghanistan.
How you remember? I'm not gonna lie.
Joe, nice.
I don't think he's being racist, because if I was in Afghanistan and I seen a nigga with a gun, I would make the same assumption. Because if I'm not mistaken, Taliban is the ruling, governing body in Afghanistan right now. So if they're walking around with guns, I'm just gonna assume that's... Like, the Taliban, I guess, in America is known as a terrorist organization. But in Afghanistan, I think it's just known as the government now. If I'm not mistaken. I watched a video on it a while ago.
I met up with our tour guide, Moon, and he was honestly such a sound, kind, genuine guy.
My name is Mamnoon Ahmad. I'm a travel guide in Afghanistan. Now I am busy with nice guys.
The policy's changed too, bro. Let's not get into that.
We first got checked into the hotel. Very nice. Really? Nice to meet you. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Hi. Look at this. This is beautiful. How you doing? You good? Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Amazing, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Here we are. As the flight was pulling in, I was pretty nervous, I'll be honest. And as soon as like I spoke to the first person that worked at the airport, my nerves went. Like, so far, everyone has been so nice. My moon told us to change into the local clothing.
This one is for you.
Yeah, get right.
This is what we've been told to wear. Jack is...
I rate it.
Jack is a fan.
I actually like it.
Let's head out into the city of Kabul.
Okay. What's he guarding, the building?
The first location we came to was this giant Taliban flag. And as I'm sure you can imagine, there were tons of Taliban around
He
it.
got that shit on him. And he got
Taliban
no
flag. And as I'm sure you can imagine...
Hey, well, that would not make me feel safe, man.
There were tons of Taliban around it.
Why is his finger on the trigger?
Again, they were all incredibly friendly towards us.
How are you?
We're good, man. Very good. That is crazy. Impressive.
We were making good conversation. In fact, one of them asked for my number and he sent me like loads of Afghanistan memes.
Damn right on, what's that?
You just wouldn't expect that. But yeah, things were positive at this point. We were in a good mood.
Wow, it looks beautiful.
But this is where things took a slight U-turn. As we left that area, we headed to the streets of Kabul.
Where are we now?
We are going to inside of the shrine.
Okay. We came to this beautiful mosque, which our tour guide recommended, and we wanted to check out. Guarding it, however, were some officials. Officials are just like Taliban members, security. They spotted us instantly, and one of them started searching me.
What is this?
It's a microphone.
So you look like a spy.
You see, I was wearing a microphone, like I do whenever I film, and he didn't like that.
Do you have journalist visa?
No, I didn't. I only had a tourist visa. You see, this is a bit of a grey area because filming a YouTube video on one hand can be seen as a journalist video, but on the other hand, it can just be seen as, you know, making an innocent tourist YouTube video. Before the trip, I did a ton of due diligence on this. I spoke to companies who have organised trips here before, and they said, look, a tourist visa's fine, you don't...
Say they happened to you in China? No. China didn't give a fuck, bro. We just told them we was there to visit the country. I didn't have no sponsors, nothing, like... Nigga, like, as long as you're not like talking horribly about the country, they don't give a fuck, bro.
Don't need a journalist visa, but now I was actually in the country, that didn't seem to be the case. It seemed to be a problem. When the microphone had been spotted, I could sense tensions kind of rose a little bit. The official was speaking back and forth with my tour guide. They were making sure that the camera lenses were fully blocked. They took our passports and took photos of them. And they basically just said, look, you can't film. Eventually, my tour guide managed to de-escalate.
The weirdest thing about this place is radio and TV is restricting some brothers. Other women newscasts have been completely banned.
Situation, and I just thought it was best that we got out of that area.
What happened to those two YouTubers?
They probably think this nigga's trying to overthrow the government now.
In jail something.
Why?
Because it's against of the rule of these guys. I'm not talking about these guys, you mean the officials.
So the officials spotted the YouTubers and then they sent them to jail. Well, that's quite scary.
Yeah, of course.
How long were they put in jail for?
Maybe for 3 months something.
3 months.
Yeah.
This was not what I wanted to hear after what had just happened. Apparently, like very recently, as in within the last couple days, there were new rules put in by the Taliban in regards to filming.
And you heard about the YouTubers who got put in jail?
Yeah.
Why did they get put in jail?
Why did y'all not say nothing to him, bro? Well, y'all was letting him walk around with a camera and the most obvious microphone. Bro, you were a tour guide, man. Bro, you were walking around with him like you're there. You're his accomplice. Y'all not gonna say nothing to him about the brand new rules that just dropped? Come on, I wouldn't even blame him for that. That's their fault. As a tour guide that knows the story, why are you just letting him walk in a mosque with a camera? That's so unreal. They set him up.
Didn't have the permits.
They didn't have the right permits.
Government, they think between the tourist people, there's some spies.
Spies?
Yeah.
I was panicking a little bit at this point because, you know, my passport's just been scanned and I technically don't have the right permit. So I said to the tour guide, look, can we just go somewhere a bit quieter, a bit more out the way? We are heading now to
he made it in with all cameras, no problem.
As we walked in, it was like a ghost town, but there was one other person, another official.
Wow. Wow, look at this.
Oh, hide
Hello.
the mic.
How are you doing?
वीडियो हो कहीं ना खामा खाके لکه عام ویډیو باندې ځان ثبت خو سپار کا سړی راځي او فلم واخلي او واتساپ وی.
At this point, I didn't know what was going on. The official was speaking back and forth with my tour guide in the local language. He was also going on call and speaking to other people. And I remember just saying to my tour guide, like, what's going on? And his reply is what just scared me. And it was the main reason why we got out of there. I asked, what's going on? And he replied, they're starting an investigation on you.
Bro, the tour guide wants to get this nigga arrested by any means possible, bro. Cause like, at what point, bro, you gonna help protect this nigga, bro? He's obviously trusting you to have these conversations with the officials, bro. Why are you setting him up?
When we heard that, like, me and my cameraman Jack just looked at each other, obviously thinking the worst.
I'm out of there,
You said
bro.
that they want to investigate us.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good. I think me and Jack, we might get a flight home, just because if we're not allowed to video, like, there's probably not much point, and we don't want to risk going to jail and all of that, you know what I mean? So we might have to buy a flight today, get out of here. I just don't want to take the risk, you know. You telling me about the YouTubers who got put in jail, like, we don't want to risk that.
As a normal tourist, you can film.
Yeah, but we just don't want to risk it. Yeah.
Anyway, we got back to the hotel and we spoke to our travel guide on his opinion on what we should do.
Just go. Just let's get out of there.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, 100%.
I want to say, look, there's a very high likelihood we would have been completely fine. I just didn't want to take the risk.
I don't think we want to push it to the limit where it ends up coming back and biting us.
So we booked the next available flight, which was early that next morning.
Did he make it out? Well, he did, because he dropped this video for us.
You nervous? A little bit. I'm just like, they're gonna wonder why we're leaving.
He said survive the night, like it's 5
And then if we are flagged up.
So no YouTubers, just tourists. Bro, you know the same thing happened to us in China. When we went to the forbidden place, they just said, no live streaming. And we're like, us live streaming? Then they saw us live streaming on our phones. And they're like, you're live streaming. And then they had niggas following us around. Nigga, we was out of there, man. We left the next. It just happened to be on the last day, so we was leaving anyway. But, you know, I think some of these countries have PTSD because some countries in the world keep starting coups and trying to overthrow governments. And so when they see niggas that fit the profile, they take this shit a little serious.
Leaving so soon, like, that's not a good look.
No, exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
Off we go.
On the way to the airport, I was worrying a little bit because in my head I was thinking, one, are they not going to be suspicious that we're leaving within 24 hours of getting there? And two, if our passports get scanned, are we going to flag up on the system because of what happened the day before? As we made our way through the airport, the nerves were very high, but just wanted to act as calm and composed as possible.
Like, he's not even American. That's the worst part. If you're American, you have an American passport, there's a lot of countries that don't want problems with you because they know that could come with crazy sanctions. Like, America's just a bully, bro, so they're gonna play bully ball game. But he has a UK passport. I don't think anyone's gonna see the UK passport, and it's not striking fear in anybody's heart. So nobody wants to find out they imprisoned an American, and now it's gonna be a problem. Nobody wants to find that out.
Well, and then I made it to border control. This was the moment of truth. I handed
Unless
in
you
my
could
passport,
give less a fuck
and
about
as he scanned
America, like
it,
maybe countries like Cuba. I don't know.
we were completely fine. He ushered me on my way and got the flight back. Relieved. Now to end this video, I want to say, look, there's a very high likelihood we would have been completely fine. The people of Afghanistan were lovely. I genuinely believe if you're just going there to be a tourist, you'll be completely fine. There'll be no issues. But ultimately, we'd gone into that country We didn't know if we were breaking the rules or not, and we just didn't want to take the risk. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to travel to Afghanistan again at some point in the future, like non-filming, because I really want to explore the country.
Bro, no, you're not!
But that is why we left Afghanistan so soon after getting there. Thank you guys for watching.
Bro, he is not going there and not filming, bro. Why did he just lie? That was a good video, though. That was a good video. That might have been even better than actually exploring Afghanistan, because we've seen that a few times now.